Real people, we back again for another week. What's it called? It's even last week. No, last day of 2021. Our first full year, basically, because we started in January. So next one after this will be like the first like calendar year. But yeah, mad thing. 2021's been a mad year. But we decided let's do something different because obviously there's a lot of games going on, so many things are changing. So there's no point talking about one thing and 2 days later something else changes. So we just thought let's just have a roundup of 2021 and pull some specific moments that really grabbed our attention and made us sit back and watch. You get what I'm saying? So we got a number of categories we're doing. We're going to focus on the Premier League because I don't know, we don't want to be ignorant and start saying other things about other leagues that we're not too fully aware of. So we're going to keep it Premier League. So we got quite a few categories. So we're going to have our Player of the Year of 2021, our Young Player of the Year for 2021, Coach of the Year, Bozo Moment. That one can be a bit more broader. Doesn't have to just be Prem. And then Surprise of the Year, again, that can be a bit more broader as well. So let me start with Denzel. Who's your player of 2021?
My player of 2021, I'm gonna give it to Mo Salah. Because I feel like he's been quietly. The first half of the season, it was quietly good. I feel like this season has got a lot more plaudits, but in terms of consistency throughout the whole year, I feel like he's been the most consistent player this year. So my player of the year for 2021, I'd have to give it to Mo Salah.
For me, honorable shout out to Declan Rice. But yeah, like Denzel said, I'll give it to Mo Salah. Because even though Liverpool dipped last season, he still kept up his form. He was still scoring goals. We started to see that creativity. And then this season, he just exploded to like another level where we're just like, wow, this is a real footballer, like, absolute quality player. So, yeah. And to be honest, there isn't really many standouts. Maybe, to say Diaz, Gundogan. Bernardo Silva's kind of come on second half of the year. So, you want to look at it from the full calendar year. So I don't think there's really, other than Declan Rice, I don't really think there's another alternative, if I'm being honest. But Carl, what about you? Who's your player of the year?
Yeah, personally, I got Salah, but personally, like for what he's done, especially in the end of this year, towards the end from this season, I can't really remember anyone having that good of a start of a season in a long time, to be honest. Like what we've seen from Salah, like the whole best in the world shouts for the start of this season. So it's insane. And yeah, the consistency he provides, it's ridiculous, to be honest. So obviously there's other players that I would just say like Declan Rice is up there, I guess. Stuff that the Man City guys will always be up there because of the system they're playing in. So Gundogan, he was kind of a surprise, but last season he was top player as well. But yeah, no, I'll give it to Salah. Yeah, I couldn't see myself going anywhere else. If we're talking Prem as well, definitely Prem.
Like Ore back in the building again. It's been out for a minute.
Yeah, I think everyone has kind of just like said everything already. I think it's quite clearly Salah. I think the only person who I feel maybe could have had an argument if the person had a good like start to the season, that's Harry Kane, but he's been like awful from September. So like he just kind of threw himself out of the potential race. And yeah, I think there is like a significant gap between Salah and like if you think about like the year, like from January to very like right now, like top scorer, top assister, like I think it's quite evident that he has been the best Premier League player from like the start of the year to the end of the year. Like you said, Rice, yeah, that is actually a very good shout. He has been like consistent for West Ham. Can't really think of any other players.
Bruno would have been in there if he.
Bruno could have been he could have been arguable, but yeah, like he fairly dipped in form-ish this season, so kind of ruled himself out. I feel like Salah is the only one who like really picked it up. He didn't even pick it up. He like raised the bar more or less from like last season compared to now, because he scored 20 goals last season. He has like 14 already, 15 I think. Is it not 15? He has 15 already, and we're not in January yet, so that's nuts. Yeah, so yeah, I feel like he just has to be Salah.
No, I hear that. other interesting shouts, like if they sustained it, would have probably been Trent. Trent would have been another one. Cancelo as well.
Nah, to be fair, now Trent had the ending of last season. He had a few like shaky moments. It wasn't like that consistent. This season though, this season I even think like it's debatable even with Salah. He's been like one of the best players this season. Like Defo's top 3 players this season. But last season, yeah, I think he ended it too strongly. Yeah, so I would say probably that's why he just doesn't. No one ended like last season well and started this season very well, except like Salah. Obviously, Rice. You said Rice, and like a couple other City players here and there. But yeah, I think Salah just kind of stands out, just mostly because of this season, I'd say.
One player that has been consistent, even though I don't rate him as highly, is Rudiger. He has been quite consistent for the whole year. I don't think he's quite as good as people say he is, but
no, he has been. Factory tax though. Yeah. But I
hear that.
Yeah, but apparently he's going to Madrid. Don't know about that, but
yeah, I heard about it. Yeah,
they don't really need him.
They don't need him, and like probably get exposed if he goes to Madrid. Being real, but
like Militao is probably in the same vein or same sort of type of defender that he is. So I don't really see why they would need him, but it's Madrid. You know, them ones, they do it how they want to do it. But next category, young player of the year. This one's going to be interesting. So let me flip it backwards. I'm going to start with Orange.
I'll go straight. My own Smith Rowe.
Young player of the year.
Yeah, in fact, I think it's very clear.
Bias, in my opinion.
no recency bias for me, because actually talking end of the year, there's no better person to put than Smith Rowe, because he came into our squad Christmas Day. He came to our cross end of the year, Christmas Day, and in that year, obviously, I don't like to since he has come into the club, nobody has had more points but City. So I mean, you can't deny that kind of influence. Like since he has come in, it's been insane. Like what he has done, how he has changed the club. Obviously, like people say, wait, Josh, are you there?
No, I'm still hearing it.
Fair enough. Yeah, obviously people say like, yeah, because we didn't have a 10. So I mean, any 10 we would have gotten at that point would have, done a job. But he came in at a 10. He still moved left wing, played a lot of like the majority of the games left wing. So just like his influence on the squad, and obviously like I would love to say Saka, Foden, who I think are beautiful shouts. Rice too, because Rice is a young player. Yeah, actually, when I think about it, Rice.
Now that you said that,
now that I said that, Rice. Rice probably edge. Rice probably cuts it for me. Yeah, I actually completely forgot about Rice. I just thought, young player. Yeah. I'll take back my word. I'll say Rice. I think Smith Rowe second, quite close for me, but Foden, Saka 2 shouts for me. But yeah, when you just think about like playing at that high level, like West Ham, like what Rice has done for them, playing in that middle in a very tough league, like I have to backtrack and say I'll go for Rice. I can't lie, I'll go for Rice. Yeah. To be fair, like that just shows how good he is, that like I kind of forgot that he was, categorized as a young player to say. But yeah, I feel like I have to say Rice. Yeah.
Carl?
It's for me, first of all, on what Ari said about Smith Rowe, if we're talking half seasons, then Smith Rowe actually wins it. If you're talking about the first half of the season, then he wins it. But if you're talking about 2021 as a whole year, for me, you have to look at Declan Rice. Because for what he's done for West Ham, he's actually made West Ham a very, very solid side that you don't want to be playing. Like in terms of playing the top teams, what Declan Rice added to that squad, like if they lose him, it's atrocious. And I don't know, there's not many teams in the Premier League, if they lose one player, it's going to crumble to bits. So they took West Ham from a team that was struggling. You have to remember, like a few seasons ago, West Ham were bad. Like they were in like April, and then they was on like 40 points in the whole season so far. So now Declan Rice, he's up there. Personally though, I think Gallagher, if we're talking half seasons, Gallagher has to be in like an honourable mention or in the mix, because Gallagher and Smith Rowe, both very young. This first half of the season, so the later half of 2021, like top players, man, in the Prem, performing week in, week in out. Like, and he's at Crystal Palace as well. So they're not the best of sides, and he's showing up like all the experienced players. So yeah, no, I'd say obviously Foden is. You can say Foden, but he doesn't actually play.
He's too big. He's too big.
That's what I'm saying. He's too big, and he doesn't play all the time in the Prem anyway. So it's kind of boring to give it to him. So yeah, I'd say we wouldn't say Foden.
I wouldn't even say it's too big. I just don't think I don't think he's the best young player this year.
That's what I'm saying. I'd say Declan Rice. I'll be real. I'll say Declan Rice.
Me personally, I'm going Saka. And I still think he's kind of underrated in terms of how good he is, man. Like, the guy's a top talent, and I don't know. I feel like he's been very consistent for Arsenal. Like, he's one of those players, where they just understand football, if you get what I mean. Like, just the way they play.
I feel
just like, they just understand the rhythm, they understand the tempo, decision making is always good. They know when to like dribble, they know when to pass. He's just a great footballer. He's got great IQ in it. So I would say him. I feel like Rice, because I put him in the player of the year. I feel like to put him in the young player of the year, I don't think is right in a sense. Like, when you're saying you're a player of the year, it's like you're a man in it. Like, I'm not saying it's like as a kid in it, but he's still entering that level. He's only like his first couple of years like professional football. I think Rice has been playing for like the last 4 or 5 years, really. So that's why I was like, I wouldn't really include Rice in it. So yeah, Saka for me. What about you, Denzel?
For me, I even forgot about Declan Rice. Now that I already brought up the point, it has to be Declan Rice. He's so good that you forget that he's a young player. Like, he's captain in the side. How old is he? What, 20? Is it 22? Is he younger?
Yeah, 22 or 3.
22, and he's captain in West Ham. He had a good Euro. He had a decent Euros as well. Brought his side European football. Yeah, you have to give it to Declan Rice. Honorable shout out though. Carl might not like this. Honorable shout out to my guy Mason Mount. I can't lie. Mason Mount. Mason Mount had a good year. Let's not lie. He had a good I feel like on the Tuchel, like he's been very good. I feel like the second half of the year he's dipped a bit. After the Euros, he kind of dipped. I don't think he had a good Euros, but start of the year, the first half of the year, in particular, I thought it was quality. I can't lie. Foden, I rate Foden, but I feel like he gets pushed a lot by PR. I feel like he's a PR choice for young player of the year.
I can't lie though. The reason why he's getting pushed like that, when I'm being honest, when I'm looking at him, I feel like he is the future of England. Like, obviously Greenwood, Saka, all them men are very good. Like, they're talented, but like Foden is kind of just.
What? On the England pitch, what's he done though? Like, Saka's done more than him on the England pitch, and Saka's not getting the PR that Foden's getting as the future of England. Or I just feel like with Foden, he's cold. He's cold, and obviously he's in that Man City side, and it's tough to get games and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just feel like it's the PR push. I don't think he's the young player of the year. He's maybe the most talented out of all of them. In fact, I'd say he's the most talented out of all of them. But in terms of this year, I don't know. I wouldn't give that award to him so easily.
I think he's the best out of all of them. But
probably. But in terms of this year,
in terms of this year, I understand you. Yeah, I understand you. Yeah.
I think Foden, they're starting to build him up as basically the guy after Kane. Even more than that, the guy after Rooney, because Rooney was like the poster boy. I think.
Yeah, true.
Like that guy, innit? But coach of the year. Let's do this quickly. Has anybody not said Pep?
Personally, I'm saying Pep all day long. Personally,
yeah, it's Pep.
Because if we're all saying Pep, then I mean,
we can skip this. We know it's Pep.
We all said Pep.
I don't think there's even a debate, to be honest. You can honorable mention to Sean Dyche.
Yeah, shout him out, man.
That's Ori's guy.
Sean
Dyche. Graham Potter, honorable mention to him too. No, I'm being Graham Potter.
He did a decent job last season.
Yeah, he did.
You got a shout out to Tuchel as well, innit? Champions League as well.
Honorable mention, Tuchel.
Well, yeah, that's probably about it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely Pep.
That's probably about it. Who came fourth last season? Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leicester just got last minute. Remember, Leicester bottled it like last game.
Yeah. Leicester bottled it. Yeah.
Definitely not Brendan Rodgers in this conversation.
Yeah, now what he should be in worst manager award.
That's hard. That's hard. Way too hard.
Speaking of worst managers, that's a good segue.
Yeah.
Worst manager?
No, that's a good segue into the next category.
What, Bozo of the year.
Yeah.
No, let me just tell you my one. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen on a football pitch. Is when Eric Bailly tried to do overhead kick in his own box.
Wait, that's your Bozo moment of the year,
bro.
Come on, man. You can't be giving that to Eric Bailly.
You know how stupid
Bailly's a legend, bro. Man. I've seen worse.
Like
he's a
what?
character.
Like what?
Oh, okay. My Bozo moment of the year. I have two, but first, I'm gonna give it to Southampton. The 9-0 loss. That's atrocious. That is atrocious.
Yeah.
That is atrocious. The 9-0 loss.
Are we doing? We're still sticking to Prem, right?
You can
if
do
you've got a
yeah.
So that 9-0 loss, I'd say that is a Bozo moment. And then the other one I had in second, it's a bit harsh. He's playing well at the moment currently. Very, very harsh. But at the time, I was fuming. De Gea failing to save any penalties in the Europa League final. That for me, that was just a Bozo. That was just Yeah, maybe that.
Denzel, what are your thoughts on the year now?
Oh, like I said, he's playing brilliantly. Like now, he's back to where he used to be. He's back on track. I feel like people are gonna sleep on him this year, but nah, he's cold. He's cold, man. Here's my guy. Now he is anyway. It shows that I can't like flip flopped.
I mean, De Gea still has his faults though. Like he doesn't command his box very well.
Nah, this season though, he's been our best player.
No. Like his shot stopping has been elite.
He's having that Leonard 1920 kind of season. Where like United,
when
your team is bad and like the keeper stands out and like
that's the 15th
you low-key.
De Gea did it before Leonard.
To be fair, yeah, he did do it before Leonard, yeah. But like that kind of thing is always so predictable. So keeper like makes a lot of saves and like he does and he seems better than like he actually is. Like you should judge a keeper low-key by like how they like, like George said, command the box, affect your build-up play.
So we're not gonna look at the actual goalkeeping aspect.
And I feel like you have to look at all of it.
Like,
but
at the end of the day,
I think he deserves his flowers for this year.
At the end of the day, football is you're supposed to like limit the amount of times your keeper has to make saves. Like that's the point of football.
Course.
Like,
but that's not his fault though.
Like if someone gets 10 saves in a game and like a keeper gets 0, like everyone says the other one had a better game, but like he did, but then still it's just very, I don't know, it's a very tricky thing. Yeah, but like the tricky thing, to be fair, because I don't think De Gea is good. I'm not going to.
You don't think he's good?
Like I think when United are trying to get serious as a team, you have to be in De Gea. Like you can't win the league. You can't win the league.
We've won the league with him though. What?
You can't win the league with De Gea as your main keeper.
He's literally won the league with De Gea as our main keeper.
As your main keeper.
Yes.
Was that in 13? Was he your main keeper in 13?
Yes, he was.
De Gea was your main keeper in 13.
I can't lie, football's changed a lot since 2013, man.
Oh yeah, but you can say it, but you just said the statement that you can't have De Gea as your main keeper and won the league, but
fair enough. That's my bad. I didn't know he was your main keeper in 13.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The backup was the Lindegaard guy. He was the backup keeper to De Gea.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, yeah. Right now, I should correct myself, or like the way football has become. Like,
I don't think De Gea is a problem, bro.
And stuff like that. Like, I low-key think this guy's a better keeper as well.
Henderson.
I like Henderson.
Oh yeah,
I think the better keeper. I think he's better on his feet. I think there is a better shot stopper. Debatable because he had that near post Bozo Moments when he was like. But I mean, it's not for debate. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like he starts to like mess up saves again and United.
They'll start switching on him.
Yeah,
With the
like, I
goalkeeper
just can't believe
thing,
I
it's
just
tough,
I
though.
just can't believe how fast like everyone has switched up. Like
Yeah.
before, like if a player
I'm
if a
guilty of
player
it
like
too.
it was if a player had done that much to my club, like I'll be so done with him. Like I'll be so done. Like but yeah, let's just see, to be fair.
I think it's because right now we're in the
Boys are
mud
moving.
and he's saving us.
Right now,
So,
yeah, you're in the man. He is helping you. Yeah, true. You can't
yeah.
deny that.
So we can't hate on him right now.
As for me, Bozo Moments, I can't really think of one in the league. I don't know why. Yeah, I can't really think of one in the league.
You can go outside of the league.
Like
You can go outside of the league.
That's the same one.
I don't know if this really counts, but I don't like how to kind of say it. Not that I'm judging like these players who missed the penalties, but like I'm judging more Southgate for like his selection in the Euros. This thing, I thought that was very stupid and just putting people who haven't taken penalties in their careers to like it was a Bozo moment from him himself. Like I'm not blaming Rashford, Sancho, or Saka for missing.
Yeah,
I'm blaming Southgate for his like pen selection and just like how he did everything. Like, he didn't, and even that game itself, he didn't handle it well. It was just Bozo moment from him in that final. He didn't, it was just very, very, But anyway, it's not like I was really supporting England all the way, but I mean, I wouldn't really have minded if they won at the end of the day. Like, I feel like it would have been good vibes, but yeah, Southgate just had to mess up the bag. So he's like the Bozo guy, or Bozo, like that. My whole final was a Bozo thing for me. But yeah, Karen, what you say?
it's my Bozo moment, or not even moment, whole entire year.
Yeah.
It's kind of harsh to join that one player, but Zaha is the most rattled individual in the whole Prem I've ever seen. The guy is so rattled. He got sent off.
You definitely watch match of the day, didn't you?
Yeah. He got sent off last week.
But even before that, he's been
he's a talented guy, but this guy, he acts like the biggest bozo on the field. Like the other day, he got sent off for literally, they were so winding him up. He just threw the guy on the floor. Like, what the hell is he doing? Nah, he for me, like his attitude right now, just come on, man. Like you're literally a big guy now. But people always think, oh, why has Zaha never made the move? Why has he never made the move? But clubs don't want him. Clubs don't want that, isn't it?
True.
Yeah.
I mean, we say that. Look at people like Bruno, Cristiano.
Ain't chucking people to the ground too tough. Like not on the regular. The thing is with Zaha is now, like when he was younger you could excuse it, but now he's pushing 30, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's pushing 30 and still doing that.
He's a grown He's a grown man, and
he needs to stop.
Like
I respect him though.
Yeah,
baller,
I respect him. He's a baller, but same way he needs to know that these defenders just trying to wind him up, and he bites every single.
And he bites every time. He bites every single time. Yeah.
So it's just funny to watch sometimes, you know. Like, big up Zaha though, but that's my Bozo moment of the year. I think he's got 4 red cards now for Crystal Palace.
I think this year he's been it's just too easy to rattle.
Yeah.
Any other thing?
I just made a couple, but I'll come to it after. But what was our surprise of the year? So mine would be Leicester not making top 4 because I thought they would make it.
That's a surprise?
No, they should have.
Surprise?
No. With where they were, they should have made top 4. I can't lie, they should have.
But it's less. We've seen them bottle it the year before.
But the year before, and you still don't.
Yeah, but so it was this. Yeah, it was the same thing. So for me, it's just repetition. It was a repetition. So it wasn't surprising for me personally.
My surprise would be probably a bait one, but Chelsea winning the Champions League. Yeah, that was very insane. When you put it into context, like where he picked up the team from, and just go on and start keeping clean sheets and win the Champions League. That's so random. Like, I thought they would keep on dragging their luck. I thought at the final but they just I don't know. Well, I was super surprised how they actually just went all the way and actually won it. I wasn't backing them to, but when they did get to the final, I did have obviously the final is anyone's game really. You do start to think that they could possibly win it, but before then I was Real Madrid. I was nah, it's Real Madrid, we'll knock them out or something. But so that really did surprise me. That's probably the most surprising one for me.
Actually, a
This
better
whole
one is
year.
actually Barcelona in Europa League. Like that decline.
Is that a surprise? I'm not surprised by that.
I'm not
I'm not
surprised,
surprised
really.
by that.
I'm
Europa
not
League.
surprised. Like, if they could have been in the Europa League, even if they finished outside of the top, which was very possible, they would have been in the Europa League. So, and their form looked like they could have. So, what did they even finish in the Liga? I think it was third or fourth.
Yeah, third.
Third, fair enough. Yes, I wasn't really. I mean, kind of fairly surprising, but still, like, I think everybody knows Barcelona are not that team anymore. So,
Don't know those guys no more.
Another one. Honorable shout for Messi leaving Barcelona. Yeah,
That's
you
one.
see that, yeah.
I was gonna put mine in two, but always covered one. Yeah, I was gonna say the other surprise is obviously CR7 coming back to United. At the beginning of the year, if someone would have told me that was gonna happen, I would not have
that's
expected that to happen.
Yeah.
That was a big surprise for me.
You know,
So
actually,
that's
what's actually the odds of Ronaldo going back to United and Messi leaving Barcelona in the same year? Like,
That's
that's
crazy.
something
Yeah,
that
it was
bro,
crazy.
that's something that you could never predict or never see coming. Yeah, it was a crazy year. It was a crazy year.
That transfer window was wow. Just
Yeah,
insane.
it was very nuts. It was very nuts. But
For me personally, I'd say two main ones. I respect him as one of the best coaches I've seen in my lifetime. Conte going to Tottenham. I didn't expect that.
That was a big surprise,
I didn't expect
especially with what happened before in the summer.
That's what I'm saying. Like Conte at Inter, he was going crazy. So to go from that to Tottenham, which was Tottenham were in a bad place. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect it, to be fair. And obviously Messi going to Paris, and you can argue not performing to his best is a surprise. It's a surprise for me because I would think he'd be like scoring goals every game and stuff like that. But I guess you can't judge someone just off goals. You have to adjust. It's not his fault. It's Paris' fault. So I can't really say much. Also, my last surprise would be for the expectations I had. Sancho underperforming allegedly is a surprise for me because for me personally, I thought he would do very good things at Man United, and he hasn't yet. But obviously, it's too early to judge him. But for me, that's a surprise. Like Sancho, big money. I don't obviously money's not nothing to do with it, but you can argue that he has been. Well, it's fact he has been
underwhelming. Yeah,
definitely. It's a surprise because he's verified talent. He's not like it wasn't a risk. It wasn't a big risk buying him. He was proven before. So yeah, that's a surprise for me personally. Those three things definitely.
No, I hear that, man. So one of the things that just came into mind was like, what are the most like interesting conversations that you think have come up during 2021?
We forgot even for the surprises, the Super League fiasco.
Oh yeah,
I think as well. An interesting conversation that I want to have, or that we did have, is the fact that in football, money is prioritized over certain things in which they try and how do I word it? So we saw the issue with the Super League. Everyone was outraged by the Super League because the media corporations were outraged because it was going to hurt their pockets. The fans were outraged for various different reasons, but we didn't see that same outrage when it came to things like racism and stuff like that. Like the Super League got locked off real quick. I feel like if they put that effort to racism, we could definitely make a change. I don't want to get all political on that, but I feel like it was interesting how the Sky Sports and all those people, like Super League is the worst of the worst thing that's ever happened to football, and we literally have racism going on in football. So I just thought it was very interesting battles that people chose to fight for. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Well, something interesting, I feel like a lot of people really did like speak about this year is aesthetics versus efficiency. I think it was really a big thing, like a big trend on the TL where like people realize like what really is football about. Okay, you can do fancy skills, but are you scoring the goals and stuff like that? And there's also the side where you're just scoring the goals and that, and you're not offering anything else to the game. So I think it was really huge, and I can see both sides very, very well, like very, very well. So it is a nice debate that like was brought up this year and stuff like that. But obviously the goal is to have a player who can do both,
Messi,
which is only a few in the world. Messi, Neymar in the past, Yeah, a couple other players. Yeah, couple. Nah, really, those are really like Messi is probably the one.
Denzel was waiting for his where.
Bro,
Names like
yeah,
Neymar.
yeah, yeah. Now, past Neymar was. Yeah, past Neymar was efficiency and aesthetics wise, he was probably one of the best ever. Because when you think about a lot of players who are, like had aesthetics in the past, like a lot of them weren't backing it up with like
Yeah.
very good starts. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, but just it's a very interesting topic. It's a very interesting topic. I think really the people who really like kind of prioritized it was when like people started seeing Bruno, even Salah. Yeah, I think. And also it comes to a case where like, but yeah, to be fair, it's not about getting into debate, but yeah, I like the whole topic and the whole debate, like the trend this year. It was quite interesting. If we talk about it.
Nah, it is, man. It is. What are you gonna say, Carl?
Now I'd say my one was gonna be similar to Ori's actually. It's kind of what Ori was saying, but a debate this year that's been happening like every week I see it is, are they a good footballer or are they just a system player? Like that's kind of been the talk of the whole time. Like see guys like this whole year people been debating like, oh, is Sterling good or is he just like a system player? Those kind of debates. You just hear it every week. We can now like teams like Man City, are the players actually as good as we think they are, or is Pep just getting like, as Ori says, the efficiency side? Guys like people make the arguments of Liverpool, if whether Salah's as good as we think he is, or he's just in the right place, right time kind of thing. So yeah, now the whole system players, like the game's kind of adapted now. So the coaches, like we're all on Twitter, we all see oh no, the game's gone like robotic, like everyone's just robots now, like just doing it for the system. That's what we see like, every week. So that's an interesting topic to us. And every coach is obviously different, but the Prem 100% has shifted to the way where you have to use players to have your own philosophy. You know, you can't just freestyle like back in the old days. Like, but people always talk about no more character in the game, that kind of stuff, because and they compare it back to the day where guys used to do skill. As already said, like when Neymar is coming up, you're not really going to see that anymore. You're not going to see that anymore. Let's be honest. But yeah, that's what I'd say.
No, you'll always see it. There's always going to be flair. It's just, are you going to give them the platform to show it? And modern football nowadays, unless you're ridiculous, you're not going to get that. So, unless you play for a mid-table side, so like a Saint-Maximin, for example, is a good example.
Yeah.
But I think he's a special talent, so he might get away with it. But more time, if you're not, you're in trouble in it. But yeah, no, the efficiency and the and almost
aesthetics.
Aesthetics.
Yeah.
It is an interesting conversation. Obviously, I always say where mine one started from was, no disrespect to your GOAT, but it started from CR7. That's when I started looking at
it's always find a way to sneak him in.
This ain't an agenda no more. But that's literally where it started from. Where because they were comparing him, it was him versus Messi in it, and I just used to watch CR7 like 2015, 2016, and I was like, he's nowhere near the play that he once was, but we're still comparing him to Messi, who is still aesthetics and efficiency. Like Ronaldo's just pure efficiency. There was not a debate there.
I think to be fair, one thing about me was that like I think, which is almost like everybody, like aesthetics, like you would always like instinctively or naturally prefer aesthetics. Like if you just love the game, like looking at football, like you prefer to see certain things over like, people just like, but then when you really like think about it, you start to like, beg the question that what really is football? Because like at the end of the day, even if like a player doesn't do anything in the match and my team is 2-0 down and he scores 3 goals and I win the game, like at the end of the day, that's why I say it's a very, very like beautiful and interesting topic, because it really like challenges like what you think of the sports and like what really is football kind of thing. Like if someone does completes over 50 dribbles in a game and doesn't like get me like goals or assists to win me the game, then what am I going to do with the 50 completed dribbles out of 50? It's quite funny, to be fair. Like but yeah, like I always say, two sides to this argument. I kind of see both sides very well. I think I would just say I'm balanced in between. Like, but like it's an interesting topic, though. It's an interesting topic.
Yeah. Is there anything that we're looking forward to for 2022? Anything that we want to
The
look
World
out
Cup.
for?
I've got two things:
World Cup.
AFCON and the World Cup. I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that World Cup as well, man. Looking forward to it too, man. Just
Wait, Denzel. Sorry, George, to call you. Sierra Leone in the AFCON.
And the AFCON, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I
Fair.
don't think we are. Nah, I might have to check that one, but I don't think so. No.
I don't
Fair.
think I saw them. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think they are. I don't think they are. Fair enough.
No, we are. We actually are. Yeah.
Oh,
But we got the tough group. Yeah, I remember because I saw. I reacted to it on Twitter. Yeah, we got the tough group because we got Algeria and Ivory Coast in the same group.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
So
That's tough.
yeah.
Wait, Denzel, you're half Ghanaian and half Sierra Leone, right?
Yeah.
So if both of them play, who do you support?
I always think about that.
You never got it.
No. I'll just be neutral. I won't.
Just be neutral.
I
Fair
won't.
enough, fair
I'll
enough.
be neutral.
I said you just be celebrating all the goals, bro.
Yeah, I'll be neutral in that scenario. Yeah.
I hear that.
Fair
One
enough, fair enough, fair enough.
debate that we should watch out for. I think that might come about in the future. Maybe not next year, but in the next couple of years. Is Musiala versus Foden. Stylistically, those two are quite similar.
Yeah.
Stylistically, those two are similar. Yeah, watch out for those two.
Yeah.
For me personally, it's something I'm looking forward to for next year. Like, it pains me to say it, but I'm interested to see out of who Arsenal and Tottenham, the North London is kind of like it's finally competitive again in terms of both the teams have something to forward. Like Conte, I'm
Something
trying
to look forward to, yeah, fighting for, yeah. It is kind of a tough battle, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. I'll be real, I did not expect Arteta to bring it, but not completely back, but back in a sense where they have some kind of direction. So now I'm trying to see who's going to come out on top. But also, yeah, Conte, I want to see how long they give him. I don't know what's going to happen, you know?
True.
Yeah, it's going to be scenes when none of them get top four, innit? It's going to be scenes when neither of them get it.
To be fair, I think everyone is getting dragged into it, low key. Liverpool. I think
Chelsea might end up there.
Stylishly, you guys are getting dragged into it because the run of fixtures are not looking too good. I just see City just cutting away eventually, and like once the players realize that, no one really starts to care like that much. It's just about surviving, like getting top four and stuff like that. But slightly, Liverpool are getting like dragged in slowly.
Yeah.
One question before we end off. What would happen to Bruno and Ronaldo if United got Europa League?
I think they'll firm it.
Bruno stays. I think Ronaldo goes.
Ronaldo goes where?
Just goes.
Goes back to anywhere.
Goes anywhere.
You never know. I don't know about that one. It depends. The thing is, obviously we need a top four finish, but it depends what you do in the UCL as well. I doubt we'll win it. I don't think so, but you never know with football, innit?
Who's your draw?
We got
Atletico.
I think that's going to be a very tough fixture because they're terrible at breaking down teams on the low block.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but we're not good either. That's the thing. We're not good either.
It's going to just be, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I feel like if it comes to a Champions League, I feel like Simeone would always at least come to the right, especially the round of 16, like quarters, like most of the time he gets through those. But you can never tell, to be fair. It should be a balanced game. Like it shouldn't be like, they shouldn't be a
I feel like it'll be a boring game. I feel like it'll be a very boring game.
Very, very, very. Yeah, that's what Fletcher love it. Yeah. Also, Man United, let's not talking about the whole Sibley thing and UEFA and everything. It's not like Man United didn't get shafted in that draw, because that draw was insane, and the whole thing where they messed up the draw and they had to redo the draw.
That was.
I would have preferred PSG. Being honest,
that's what I'm saying. It was
PSG. Would you? Yeah, I want to.
Yes, with the way PSG are playing now, Loki said, like Atletico look a worse draw when you think about United and like how they were just like, I don't know. PSG Madrid, that looks good though.
That's crazy. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that one.
I think Madrid might come out on top.
Madrid should, but You can never tell, really.
Another thing quickly is pre-contracts and free agents. Mbappe can sign a contract.
Yeah,
He's pre-contract.
with Madrid. Yeah.
You think
Oh,
he'll do
really?
it, or do you think he'll wait till the summer?
probably
He
doing
should
it
wait
now,
till the
bro.
summer.
They're probably
Probably
doing it
should
now.
wait. He probably will wait till summer.
They're probably done it now. They'll just reveal it in the summer, bro. That's how it is.
They're
allowed to reveal it now, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, they're allowed
They're
to
allowed-
reveal it now, but they wouldn't because he's about to play Madrid in.
Oh yeah,
February.
that's all. Oh yeah.
It would just seem too funny.
Yeah, it'll be dodgy. Yeah.
It'll be a bit dodgy. Yeah.
Yeah, very.
But I know he's going to go into that game like not caring though whether he's going Madrid or not.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
innit?
at the end of the day, secure your UCL with PSG if you can. Like
Exactly.
he would be a legend literally if he goes. I mean, he's already a PSG legend. Kind of. I mean,
Yeah,
that's quite easy to do.
I think he is.
But that's quite easy to do, to be fair.
Who's their top goal scorer? Because I know Cavani. It was either Cavani or Zlatan.
Bro, yeah, I think it's Ibra. I think it's Cavani.
Probably Cavani.
Yeah. So, how far is Mbappe off of that?
Very close. Very
I
close.
think he might leave with that record.
No,
He might leave it.
Because
Actually,
Cavani got over 200. I think Cavani got over 200. Mbappe's
Okay.
I think
halfway.
Mbappe's on like 1 something.
Yeah, then he might not get there.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
might not get. I don't think he'll get it now. But yeah, I mean, if he does win the Champions League with PSG, then
Crazy.
that'll be crazy. Yeah, that could put him on a Ballon d'Or charge.
Yeah, definitely.
But to be fair, like
the World Cup
Messi
coming as well.
with the World Cup, it depends on the World Cup as well too. So the thing is that like I don't know.
He's
I've
gonna
always
get the
found the
World Cup
Ballon
boost.
d'Or. I've always found the Ballon d'Or timeline very weird. Like where does the cutoff happen?
Yeah.
Like, I wish they'd just do it
Yeah.
like at the end of the season, the way like UEFA do it. Like because like do they take like after the season starts? So now World Cup going to be influenced like in the next Ballon d'Or decision? Probably will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always is.
But it's weird.
And it's going to be very recent as well. So recent.
And it's going to be so recent. So someone can literally have a
stinker.
dog shit, and
win it.
have a good World Cup and win it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Salah's probably going to get shagged. He could do whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, Salah
he's going to get shagged.
is-
He's going to get shagged.
Salah's so unlucky, really.
That's what I'm saying.
The only thing he can do is win the Champions League, maybe a domestic draw, and Prem. If he wins Champions and Prem, it should be him. But
Even if he wins Champions League and Prem, I feel like the World Cup tax.
They'll still the World Cup tax really.
The World Cup tax is going to get him. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But
World
now,
Cup tax really
like I was saying to you, man, I think the Ballon d'Or this year just showed me how dumb it is, man. It's a dumb award, man. Like people,
I think it should be by the end of the year. I think that's what really makes things like if Messi won it at the end of the people wouldn't be as bummed out as that.
No, but that's the thing.
They
It's
have
the
a
way it's
very
voted for, though.
good start to the season, yeah.
But it's the way it's voted for as well. It's like,
Yeah, the way it's voted
bare
for,
tactical
yeah, it's
voting
weird,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. You like remember
true,
back
true,
in the
true.
day when you'd see like Ronaldo voted for like who like Modric, Ramos, and then Messi votes for Mascherano.
Yeah.
Then you see some guy from Sri Lanka votes for Trent as the best player in the world. Like,
I saw that kind of stuff.
Nah, it's weird. It's weird.
I don't know if we should take stuff like it seriously anymore, man. Because the way it's just made is not.
It's odd.
There's no like.
It's one of those things like with award shows, like even like not to bring a musical reference, but kind of like Grammys, like everybody insults there and says that they're like awful and stuff like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, people still want to win a Grammy.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the Ballon d'Or. No matter how many times you say Ballon d'Or's awful, if any players offer the Ballon d'Or, if any one of us won us and offered the Ballon d'Or, would be on our knees for it.
We give it the power, to be fair, but
we give it the power to be
That's
fair.
what I'm saying.
It's one of those things, yeah.
Unless like they change how they like format it, like how the voting is done.
They should.
It would hold more credence, but the way it's just done now, it's just a bit like PR, innit? Is that how the KDB thing wasn't like people vote for him, innit? That the players vote for him and stuff.
Oh, the PFA.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's another Bozo moment on behalf of the PFA. That's a Bozo moment.
That was
embarrassing.
the brand. And I don't know how they got away with that. I don't know how they got away with that. That was so embarrassing. That was so embarrassing. Anyways, United Burnley is about to start.
Yeah.
I think it starts at 8:15. So 15.
Hoping you guys drop points again.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I feel like this is going to be a stinker of a game. We're going to end 2021 on a stinker of a game, to be honest.
Tough times, man.
Not looking forward to it, but we'll see what happens, innit?
Yeah, let's wrap up in it. So you guys, that was 2021 from us. Love for all the support, 70 subs. Let's get to 100 next year, man. You know the ones. Let's keep growing, keep building. But yeah, people, appreciate all the love and support, all the comments. Shout out at Daj3, all you men that have been commenting, sharing the podcast. We appreciate that, and yeah, we've got more things planned. So keep in tune. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. That's us from 2021. See you in 2022.